Hello. Nice to see you again. Welcome back to our channel. Do not forget to subscribe, like, and hit the notification bell, okay? This video is part of a series of videos related to ISO 45001. So don't forget to check the other videos on our channel. So, let's start. Planning, Clause 6. Requirements in Clause 6 have been changed from the previous standard OSHA 18001 to introduce the concept of risk-based thinking and approach. The risk-based approach was implicitly present in the previous version of the management system standards in the form of preventive action. Actions to address risk and opportunities. ISO 45001, 2018, Clause 6.1 deal with the necessary actions to address risk and opportunities. When planning for setting and implementing an occupational health and safety management system, there are various factors to be considered, such as internal and external organizational issues and the needs of interested parties. The organization must have evidence that they have determined, considered, and if necessary have taken action to address any risks and opportunities that could affect occupational health and safety processes or may have an impact, positive or negative, on their management system's ability to deliver its intended results. In order for the organization to comply with these requirements have to:
the organization has planned and determined the negative aspects, risks that should be addressed to ensure that the system achieves its intended outcomes, sustain improvement and prevent and reduce undesired effects. The organization has identified positive aspects, opportunities, for the business such as new products, clients, markets, partnerships, or other possibilities. Actions are taken by the organization to address these risks and opportunities, all hazards, incidents, and accidents, and the effectiveness of these actions are evaluated. Documented information is maintained about risks and opportunities and its process. The new requirement related to risk-based thinking is fulfilled to cover the concept of preventive action and to consider risks and opportunities which may arise from the context of the organization.
Determination of legal and other requirements.
The organization should have access to all the legal and regulatory requirements relevant to hazards and its occupational health and safety management system. Maintain and retain documented information about legal and other requirements. Examples: legal laws, licenses, work permits, contractual agreements, international standards and laws.
Planning action.
Actions to be taken to address risks and opportunities. Actions to be taken to reduce any undesired effects. Actions to be taken to ensure that the hierarchy of control is followed.
Occupational health and safety objectives and planning to achieve them. ISO 45001, 2018, Clause 6.2 is about occupational health and safety objectives and planning to achieve them. The requirements for formulating objectives are now more detailed and clearer. They are now required to be consistent with the policy, measurable, monitored, communicated, and updated as appropriate. Top management shall ensure that objectives have been developed at all levels within the organization. Objectives must be measurable and consistent with the ascribed policy. The organization should ensure that
objectives are established at the appropriate levels and functions within the organization. Objectives are in alignment with the policy. Objectives are SMART, specific, measurable, achievable, realistic, and timely. Objectives are set while taking into account all the applicable requirements, especially legal ones. People who are responsible for the achievement of respective objectives are identified. Dates of the targets for completion of particular objectives are known and communicated to the relevant people. Results of achievement of objectives are measured. Documented information about objectives should be maintained and retained.
When planning how to achieve its occupational health and safety objectives, the organization shall determine
what will be done, what resources will be required, who will be responsible, when it will be completed, how the results will be evaluated, including indicators for monitoring, how the actions to achieve occupational health and safety objectives will be integrated into the organization's business processes.
Let's take a deep look into 6 key terms to help you to understand better this Clause 6. Number 1. Hazard.
ISO 45001 defines a hazard as a source with a potential to cause injury and ill health, including sources with the potential to cause harm or hazardous situations, or circumstances with the potential for exposure leading to injury and ill health. In other words, what features of your processes have the ability to harm individuals? Are workers using dangerous machinery that could lead to injury?
Number 2. Well-being.
ISO 45001 expands its definition of worker well-being. It includes the hazards present in less obviously dangerous jobs and workplaces such as offices where, for example, repetitive strain injury and back pain from ill-adapted workstations are common problems.
Number 3. Risk.
The standard states that risk is the effect of uncertainty and that an effect is a deviation from the expected, positive or negative. So, while a hazard is the part of your process that could potentially affect your workers' well-being, the risk is the likelihood that harm will occur.
Number 4. Opportunities.
Central to ISO 45001 is risk-based analysis, a positive way of thinking that embraces both threats and opportunities. The philosophy behind risk-based thinking is that resources should be used proactively and efficiently.
Number 5. Proactive.
Where OSHA's 18001 emphasized prevention, with corrective action to be taken as needed, ISO 45001 to 2018 makes a significant change to the standard by replacing preventive with ongoing proactive action. This reduces the need for corrective actions. Organizations are expected to identify major risks, determine when they might occur, and specify exactly who will be taking proactive preventive action. You must have a detailed plan.
Number 6. Documentation.
Clause 6 also stipulates that objectives must be thoroughly documented, and that organizations must develop a written plan for achieving their documented objectives. The plan must include the identification of people responsible, a timeline for implementation, and key performance indicators for progress and success.
Our next video is related with Clause 7, support. Don't forget to check our channel. Please smash that like button, hit the notification bell, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Don't forget safety start with you. Stay always safe. Bye bye, see you soon.